I was sitting with my wife and my best friend Nate, and we were talking in my living room, and I uttered the words, "I will never again step foot into an institutional church building. Never again." My wife, tongue in cheek, a couple seconds later says, "Well, look, Tim, never say never. God might call us to something like that again, and if he does, then you'd have to follow and obey." To which I agreed, and then my friend Nate says, "Look, Tim, if you want to find a bunch of Christian friends and spend time around them and invite them to dinner, you want to know a really easy and convenient way to find a bunch of those people?" To which I threw my head back and groaned. I was so frustrated with Nate, but he was 100% right. You know, there's a building right down the street over there where a bunch of them gather every single weekend. And if you want to get to know people who are part of the church, you could go find them over there. And Nate was 100% right, which freed me up to be thinking, wait a minute. If I have separated my understanding of what the church is from what the building is and the denomination and all those things, then I'm actually free to love people wherever I can find them gathered together. So I've come to call the thing that happens on a Sunday like a mini conference or a concert. And we've managed to find a community now that a year in has been so life-giving and so nourishing and so beautiful for us because there's a pervasive understanding that every person in the building is the church together, and that we as a community want to serve and love God together and elevate one another.